Hi, I'm Katie Lennon. I'm a scientist at ONI in the Applications Development Group. It's the R&D area and mostly focused on BioWare development. My curiosity for science really began when I was a young child. In elementary school, I used to hunt for bugs. I was very fascinated with how bugs grew, where they lived, and just kind of how the world around me worked. So I remember in third or fourth grade looking for, little bug homes and trying to understand basically just how the world around me worked. That curiosity continued into elementary school. I was super fortunate to have a number of really impactful teachers who encouraged my curiosity, created safe spaces for me to explore. So I could go in during recess and dissect an owl pellet if I wanted to. And then in high school, I also had some amazing teachers who recognized that I was really enjoying learning how to create experiments. And I was always asking my high school teachers, why do they know that that's how the world works? And in my textbooks, it says this, but how do they know that that's how it happens? And so I was very, very fortunate to have teachers that encouraged me to seek out those answers, and eventually went to college and ultimately was able to become involved with research and ask those questions for myself. So. What got me interested in my current field was probably my high school chemistry teacher. She noticed that I was really interested in how the experiments were set up. If I ever ran into issues with, things that we didn't have access to, or, trying to understand how something worked, I was really motivated to figure out an alternative way to solve the problem and just make it work. And she pulled me aside towards the beginning of the year and told me, if you've never thought about a career in science, you probably should consider it. And I think I was 14 or 15 at the time. And I just remember thinking that I had never had a teacher really see me like that before. And she just gave me that boost to force me to think about what I wanted my life to look like and what I wanted my career to look like. At that point, I also was very interested in biology. And so actually applied. I knew in high school that I wanted to be a biochemist because I thought medicine was amazing. But really what I was interested in was how proteins inside of a cell worked to elicit some response, and how those interactions happened on a molecular level to ultimately impact the outcome for the cell, and therefore the tissue, and therefore the body. And so at that point, I knew that I wanted to study biochemistry, and so that's how I got to where I am now. My favorite thing about being a scientist is probably that every day is different. And also throughout your career, you wear so many different hats. So what I experienced in undergraduate as a researcher in a lab is so different than how I function currently in a lab. You get the opportunity to mentor other people. You get the opportunity to develop yourself. You're continuously learning new things, not just scientifically, but how to work in a group, how to work collaboratively, how to write, how to present, how to share your knowledge with students, but also how to share it with people outside of your field and establish collaborations. And so I'm just very grateful that I have the opportunity to continue to learn new things. And I've never felt limited in any way by the opportunities available to me, which has been such a gift. Nowadays, what fuels my curiosity is my children and my family. I want my children to live in a better world, and I also want people to have access to diagnostics and therapeutics, and to have a hand in helping others is very important to me, leaving a legacy for my family. If I had superpowers, what I would improve for the scientific community is access. I have been so fortunate in my life and in my career to have amazing teachers, amazing mentors, and access to reagents, access to really amazing technology, both at the high school level, but also at the college level, as a graduate student, and now at ONI. And it would be incredible to be able to give access to people who didn't have the same opportunities that I was fortunate to have. I think that my curiosity, hopefully, will take me to a place where I'm able to benefit people, both humanity, allowing for access both for researchers, but people outside of research as well, to understand the world around us in a better way or in a more detail-oriented way. But also, I would love to be involved and have a hand in improving human health and disease, whether that's on the diagnostic side or understanding therapeutics better. But ultimately, I just want to be a vessel to help others.